I want something that's fulfilling to my appetite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Watch this. Here's as the king served, I'm watching him put things together, and every now and then I lean over and ask somebody, I wonder what he served.
All right, all right.
And he hears me.
All right.
Because he knows my thought. He knows my thought.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
So here's what he whispered back.
All right.
Not where everybody can hear. He leans over the king. In my ear.
All right.
And says to me.
All right.
Whatever you need.
Yes, sir. That's all right.
I got it.
Oh, yeah. That's all right.
And hold on. I'm trying to make it seem not so obvious. And I go, huh?
All right.
And he whispered these words.
Yeah.
I will.
Yes, sir.
Satisfy you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all got it. Y'all. David says.
That's all right.
David says these are right now blessings.
Yes, it is.
That we need to be counting in the equation.
Oh, yes.
Watch this.
Oh, yes.
He says it's not just, notice what he said, I will.
Yes, sir.
Satisfy you.
Oh, yes.
Now watch this. It's not just a blessing.
Well.
So the blessing I'm getting now is an overflowing of blessing.
Tell it.
Because as long as I sit at the king's table.
Oh, yes.
He just keeps blessing.
Yes, sir.
Y'all,
yes,
it's
sir.
not like, and guess what? I can eat, feast, I can, and whatever he put in front of me is satisfying.
Oh, yes.
And here's the deal. I don't have to get up.
Well.
And get a ticket.
And
pay for nothing.
That's all right.
Because the bill has all, y'all. Hold on. We still missing something.
All right.
Here's the question.
All right.
You was worthless.
All right.
You was wounded.
All right.
You was wicked and you was wretched.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You're not just in the house.
All right.
But you at the table.
Oh, yes.
Hold on. You VIP.
Yeah.
And to make it better than all of that, why is the king of the house serving somebody like you?
That's all right.
Y'all got to see it. Y'all got to see it. You know, because that's some stuff. You got a girl that has a husband and she treats her husband a certain way. Her friends say, girl, why you do all that?
Yeah.
For that man. He ain't handicapped.
Yeah.
Make him fix his own plate. Make him get his own water.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't be jumping through no hoop. That was somebody. You may be saying that about me. Why he talking about the Lord ain't serving? Well, who else serving?
Yeah. I hear you.
Because here it is, and watch this. You have some dude that treat his wife a certain kind of way, and his homeboy say to him, "I ain't putting that woman on the cook."
Yeah. I hear you.
You understand what I'm saying? But she can get her own stuff.
Oh yeah.
I ain't nobody's flunky.
All right.
Hold on. So you saying, wait, hold on, cuz you tripping?
All right.
You telling me the king
of
the house?
Yeah.
Is serving you.
All right.
And what makes you think you get that kind of privilege?
That's all right.
Let me help you in your theology thinking.
All right.
He's simply serving me.
Simply
because the Lord's commitment to me.
Oh, yeah.
He serves me based on his commitment to me and not my commitment to him.
That's all right.
And I'm going to prove that because in the past,
all right.
In the past, I wasn't committed to him. But he was committed to me.
All right.
I'm prove my point. In the past, the stuff I done, if I was God, I'd have left me out there.
I hear you.
But no, God said, no, I can't leave you out there because it's not about you, it's about me.
Yes, sir.
See, that's the whole story of Job. Satan went after Job. Satan could care less about Job. He was after God. He wanted Job to cuss God and make God look like it was useless or it was worthless or what God has done for Job. So he's serving me.
All right.
Because of his commitment to me.
Yes, sir.
And not my commitment to him.
That's all right.
See, y'all all the way at y'all house. Y'all miss y'all shout. All the way y'all miss y'all shout. The Lord is committed to us in spite of us. Now here's the question. Hold on, dude. You showed off. How can you say that? Let me tell you why he's committed.
All right.
Let me give you several reasons. One, he's committed to us because he possesses us.
Yes, sir.
Which means he owns us.
Oh, yes.
And anytime you own something and you invested all that you have into it, you treat it
All right.
a certain kind
That's
of
all
way.
right.
You know,
Tell it.
my son, I never forget, I told the church to the story I tell all the time. He was playing basketball, he wanted some Air Jordans, some $100 almost $200 tennis shoes.
All right.
And I told him, when you get your game up to that price, then we'll buy them. But until then, these $39.95 Kobe Bryant to hold you.
All right.
But here it is. He didn't want the Kobe Bryant. So I said, well, how much money you have? He told me how much you have. I said, well, I'll make up the difference.
All right.
Here was his response.
All right.
These Kobe Bryants don't feel all that bad.
Well,
but he messed around and got a hold of some Air Jordans.
All right.
And had him in the floor. But Kobe Bryant, he kicked them around because he didn't mind.
All right.
They didn't really, I purchased, but the ones that he bought, when I kicked them, he said, don't kick it. All I'm trying to say is, when you possess it, when you own it, you handle it a different kind of way. That's the first reason he possesses it. But then here's the second one, he cares for us.
Oh, yeah.
And if you care for somebody, I mean, really care for somebody, you do what? You provide for them. You protect them. I mean, you can, I mean, I love my wife to death. I care for my wife. You can talk about me. You can do whatever you want to do to me. I can handle that. But if it's dealing with ministry, you leave her alone because God didn't call her the pastor. He didn't call her the priest. It's my job to care for her. And in caring for y'all see the picture. I protect it. I want to provide. And God says, since I own you, I'm going to take care of you. But you say, well, why would God do all of that? Because it was God's hand that transformed us. Because who we are has nothing to do with our doing. It has everything to do with the hands of God. Who we have become, and the reason why we're not like what we used to be is because the love of God. His hands, the hands of God, transferred our life.
Yes, sir.
Well, why would God do all of that? I'm glad you asked. Simply because he sacrificed his only begotten son.
Yes, he did.
His son sacrificed his life for all of us. So he said, I possess you, I own you, I care for you, so I'm going to take care of you. He said, I transform you. And then he said, guess what? I sacrificed my only son. My only son shed his innocent blood. Well, why did he do all of that? Simply, here it is, because he loves me.
Yes, sir.
He loves me. He loves me. How they say, this I know, for the Bible tells me so. Why did he do all of that? Because he made me special. Y'all got to look at it. And here's a real good shot.
That's all right.
Everything I've experienced up from God thus far, God initiated. Y'all got to see everything. I mean, when I was out there, I wasn't worried about God, but God was worried about me. And God initiated. He constantly kept putting things out there to make me see him, but I wouldn't see, I wasn't looking, I was having too much fun. And finally, he did like Mama used to do when my mama would call me and act like I didn't hear. And my mama would grab me and grit her teeth and say, I'll snatch a knot of you. And that's how sometimes God has to snatch us and snatch a knot. And he initiated everything. Then guess why? Because he believed in me. And since he believed in me, why? He made me. I'm specially made. And then here he believed in me. Well, guess what? He included me.
Yes, he did.
But why did he? Because he invested his life. I just keep going in circles. I'm just doing them. Listen, then he tells me, watch this, that all that I have. You not just in the house. But you VIP. But all that I have is yours. And to receive anything I have, all you got to do is first receive me. Boy, I wish I knew how much time I already took and how much time I have left. Look at. I want y'all to see it. He says, all I have, you can have it. Anything in the house is yours. But you got to first accept me. And then once I accept him, he said the blessings just keep coming, as I obey him. Watch this. Look at it. And I gotta cut this short. Look, verse 8, that B portion. Watch what he says. He says, and you give me drink. Hold on, wait a minute. From where? The rivers. Of your pleasures.
All right.
Y'all got to see that. And you give me drink.
Oh, yes.
Wait a minute, you've already gave me the house.
All right, all
so
right.
whatever I'm eating at the table, now you got rivers, not a river, but rivers.
Yeah, rivers. Yeah.
To wash it down, to digest it.
Oh, yes. Oh,
and whatever is washed down, whatever I use to wash it down, it brings pleasure.
Oh, yes.
Oh, y'all missed it.
Oh,
David,
yes.
here's what he's doing. He's pointing back to God's love.
Oh,
he's pointing back to how God is involved in our life. He's really saying that we are simply here today.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Not because we deserve it, but because of the goodness of God.
Oh, yes.
Oh, y'all miss. You VIP, not because you all that. And don't you start acting like you a bag of chips and 4 or 5 chocolate chip cookies and a large shake. You are here today.
Yes, sir.
You are where you are today.
All right.
Because of the goodness
of
God. Wait a minute. I'm still in the Bible.
All right.
Verse 8 is connected to verse 7.
All right.
Because in verse 7, David says there's joy.
Yes, sir.
Under the wings or the shadow of God.
Oh, yeah.
I want y'all to see that. So David says in verse 8, y'all got to see this. Y'all got to see this. He's saying that there's joy under the shadows of his wings. He said just his shadows is enough to give you the same as his person.
Oh, yeah.
But watch what David said. David says, is something going on under his wings.
All right, all right.
Because in verse 8, here's the picture. In spite and in the midst of the pains that are in your life.
All right,
in spite and in the midst of the weariness and the weightiness of life. David is simply saying, if you're under the wing of his shadow.
Oh, yes.
Or the shadow of his wing.
Oh, yes.
David says there's a paradise.
Oh, yes.
That's blooming.
Well,
hold on, David. Not because it's you. But because you are in commune with God.
Oh, yes.
Y'all gotta say. David is saying, I'm trying to validate scripture. David is saying, all he's saying is, my God.
Oh, yes.
Shall supply.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
all of my needs.
Oh, yes.
According
yes, sir.
to his riches and glory.
Oh,
I'm going to say this, and I promise I'll pick this up next sermon. Listen, look at David. David says, I want you to see it, I'm done. I'm in the house.
All right.
I'm not out there. Out there, I act a certain kind of way. I talked a certain kind of way. I did a certain kind of way.
That's all right.
But watch the stages. David says, you in the house.
Oh, yeah.
David says, now, you can't do what you did outside the house. Inside the house.
All right.
Wait a minute. David says, you in the house.
Yes, sir.
So act like you in the house.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
There's some stuff that you need to put away.
Oh, yes. Yes,
David is saying there's some things that you used to do. You ought not be doing it any longer.
That's all right.
There are some ideals that was in your mind when you was out there that since you're in the house.
All right, tell it.
Your mindset should have. David is saying that there are some words you use.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Outside the house.
Oh, yes.
That you need to learn a new language.
Oh,
now.
yes.
You need to learn some verbs and your nouns and your adjectives and your conjunctions. David said that there are some stuff out there. Leave it out there.
Yes, sir.
My mama used to tell me, she said, now, when you with the boys, you talk to them any kind of way.
Oh, yes.
But in this house.
Yeah, in this house.
See, my mama was telling me that you don't do like you do outside when you're in the house. My mama say those shoes that you got in the house. My daddy, you want to get a good whooping on a Saturday morning, go outside and drag your feet in house shoes. My daddy would say they're called house shoes. For a reason. They'll be want to warn. Y'all hope y'all get down some stuff that goes on in the house. That you ought to change because you're in the house. And I'm saying, well, David, I know I'm in the house. I know I'm inside. David, I barely made it in.
Yeah.
I say, but I don't know how to act like that. David says, well, I said, well, what we go do in the house? What I gotta? How much I owe you? I started, how much this gonna cost? I'm looking around and I'm trying to see all of the stuff that God has in His house, and my thing, and I'm calculating it in my head. Do I got enough coins to catch? How much is you're gonna cost? Do they take credit cards? Do they? Can I make a down payment? David said, no, he brought you in the house.
In the house, yes, sir.
He changed your status to VIP.
Oh, yes.
Now you don't have to be a regular guest. You're a special guest.
Oh, yes.
And in being a VIP, you get a chance to enjoy the pleasures that belongs to the house.
Oh, yes.
So I looked around and said, wait a minute, David, so you saying everything in the house
all right
that I can partake in what I want to partake in?
Oh, yeah.
David said, yes, you went. He said, well, come on, this is not where you're supposed to be. Stop standing and follow me. And then David pulls out a chair.
Yeah.
And said, this seat belongs to you.
Oh, yes.
And I sit down at the table and I'm looking around. It's so much going on, and I turn around and see who ain't there. And I look around and see how far I come just to get there. And then when I look back up, I got the king.
Yes, sir.
The king is wearing the apron.
All right.
The king comes and takes, they had that napkin on the table and lay it in my lap.
All right.
Leans over my shoulder and begin to fill my glass.
That's all right. That's all right.
Place a plate of appetizers in front of, place a tray of other goodies in the table.
Well.
But the food that I'm looking at,
that's all right.
That's on the table.
That's all right, tell him.
Don't look like the food I used to eat out here.
That's all right.
And I say, well, David, what are this king? What are they serving in the house? David says, just look at the menu.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I look at the menu, and all I see on the menu is you.
Yes, sir.
Him. I look at the menu. I see what they have on for the drink. It says him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Sweet him.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sweet him.
Oh, yeah.
I roll down to the advertisement. I look at what they have on the advertisement, and they have him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, I look at the entrees. It's him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all this numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything has him by.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And here's what I discovered.
Well.
That I'm at the table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I have an appetite.
Well.
But I can't get served.
That's all right.
Until I change my appetite.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because the only thing that they serving at the table is him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And that's what David said. David said, you've been invited in and delivered from who you once were.
Yes, sir.
And now that you're in the house,
yes, sir.
It's not about you, but it's about him.
Yes, it is.
Yes. That's what David is saying. Because everything he says in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
In verse 8, abundance of the house. Because it's him.
Yes, sir.
The drink of the house.
Oh, Lord.
It's him.
Yes, sir.
And the reason why is pleasure involved. I'm out now, y'all, because it's him.
Yes,
and so David is saying all God is trying to do is put you in the place that he'll give you him.
Yes, sir. Yes,
and anybody here today, right where you are, want more of him and less of this. The silver and the gold you can have. Just give me him and I'll be satisfied. I'll pick up on that next week. God bless you. And God keep you. Keep me in your prayers. I'm doing a lot better. I'll be praying for you. And don't forget, someone going to say, well, he forgot something. No, I'm talking about him, the one that went to Calvary.
Oh, yes.
That died put in a barber tomb.
Yes, sir.
But on the third day, got up without power.
All power.
That we don't have to live a down life,
That's
but
all
we can
right.
live an up life.
Oh,
in Him.
yes.
And
Yes,
my
sir.
question to you as we leave is,
Oh, yes.
do you know Him
Well,
in the
well.
pardons of your sin?
All right.
And if you don't know Him, I recommend Jesus.
Yes, sir.
I recommend that you could confess with your own mouth
Oh, yes.
that you are a sinner.
Yes, sir.
That you have messed up.
Oh,
that
yes.
you don't know how to do it right.
Well,
and then accept
well.
Him as your personal Savior.
Oh,
And
yes.
He'll save you right where you are.
Yes, He will.
Right what you're going
Yes,
through.
He will.
We
Oh,
pray
yes.
that you've been blessed.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
see you next week.
That's all
Until
right.
then, I love you. God love you.
Oh,
and
yes.
there's nothing you can do about it. Be blessed. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Oh, yes. It's all right.